Hey, it's Taylor, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I optimize my first product listing on Amazon using A/B testing. Let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, I'm Taylor, the Ecom RN. I started selling on Amazon in 2023. I went on to do over $100,000 profit in my first 12 months. I currently do about $35,000 a month now that I quit my job and do Amazon full time. And I want to show you how to do the same. All right, so this video is for module 10 of the launch checklist. We are basically coming to the end of this step-by-step checklist that I've created for new sellers selling on Amazon. This module is all about optimization. And previously we talked about PPC campaigns, but I would like to talk about optimizing your actual listing in this video. And that's what we'll be discussing today, how to optimize using A/B testing or split testing. If you're at this module, you should have about a month of sales or so under your belt, and it's time to now do some experiments and see if you can boost your listing ever so slightly in the algorithm and in terms of conversions. Really, this is all about percentage points. Even a slight increase, a 1% boost in your sales rank or in your conversion or in your click-through rate, these things can all really set you apart from your competition and make exponentially more money for you down the line. They might seem like small improvements, but each of these small improvements can have a big bang for your buck. How do we do this and what exactly are we doing? We're going to be doing A/B testing. So essentially we are going to upload a different version of something on our product listing and allow Amazon to show that new feature or new image or new title or whatever it is to 50% of the people who see our listing, and 50% will see the original listing. And then Amazon will gather the data and show us which one performs better. And so there's a little bit of strategy to this. Let me pull up my Seller Central and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so in your Seller Central, you're going to go to the hamburger menu. You're going to go all the way down to brands, and you're going to go to manage experiments. That's going to pull up a page that looks like this. I have a couple experiments up here, so yours won't have these obviously. And so you're just going to click create new experiment. But I do want to show you quickly what kind of experiments are available and which ones I recommend you do first. So you can see here, when we click create new experiment, you get this drop down menu and you can optimize, or rather you can A/B test all of these various things. A+ content, bullet points, product images, product description, product title, A+ brand story, etc. All right, so my recommendation is, well, first off, when you're doing any of these testings, you only want to do one thing at a time. And so we're going to start at kind of the top end of the funnel and work our way down from there. And that means I recommend you start with your product image. And specifically, I recommend you start with your hero image or your main image, because this is the thing that customers are seeing when they search any related keywords to your product. Your product shows up with a bunch of other possible products, and what they're looking at is that first image. And so that's really what we want to test first. If we can increase the click-through rate, in other words, if we can increase the amount of people who, upon seeing your listing, click into it, we could potentially increase everything down the line, right? So we don't have to actually worry about converting them to a sale. We don't have to worry about anything downstream. If we just increase the amount of people who click on our listing, we're going to get more sales, even if we don't change our conversion rate down the line. I hope that makes sense. This is the widest part of the funnel. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to split test our main image. So you'll do that. You'll click product images here. But quick note, I will say that after this is probably your product title, right? Because that's the other thing that is at the top end of the funnel. It's the other thing that customers are seeing when they do a keyword search. They're seeing the main image and then they're seeing a title. So the sequence of your experiments should go something like this. And remember, you need to go one at a time, but it should go, in my opinion, product image and specifically the main image, then product title, then back to product images. And this would be the other remaining images in your listing. And then probably bullet points, because that's the highest up on the listing. That's what they're going to see next to your images. And then A+ content, and then brand story. Product description, you shouldn't really even have to deal with because you should have A+ content. If you don't have A+ content, then you'll do the product description instead. but you should have A+ content. So again, quickly, it should go main image, product title, remaining images, bullet points, A+ content, brand story. Those would be the experiments that you would run in order. And remember, you would do only one change at a time so that you're getting reliable, actionable data. Back to it. We're doing our main image. So we're going to click product images. I'm going to select a product here, but you're going to just have one product probably if you're just starting. So I'm going to select a product that I have another backup main image for, and we're going to test it. If you're liking this video and you want more tips and tricks, be sure to check out my free Skool community. The link is in the description. Okay, once you've selected your product, you're going to get a page like this. The first thing you want to do is toggle this experiment details on. Then you're going to want to name your experiment. I like that they have the ASIN in here, but I also recommend you put the product name, whatever your shorthand name is for the product. I would change this from product images to main image because that's what we're really going to be doing is the main image. Then you can put your hypothesis in here. So you see here, I just put change from main image 1 to main image 2 because main image 2 has a better layout and will increase the click-through rate. All right, so over here on the right-hand side, duration is automatically set to significance. I would just leave that as is. This means that Amazon is going to keep running the experiment until there's enough data to actually make some sort of statistically significant claim. The start date, you can just leave as whatever they put in. And notice you can leave this turned on and they will start the experiment sooner if possible. Then down here, they do have this automatically publish winning version. I do not turn that on. I choose to publish manually because I want to go in and actually see the data for myself. But you'll notice here that Amazon considers the threshold to be at least a 66% chance probability that one of the versions performs better than the other. So that's a good benchmark. Maybe you're comfortable with a, 60% chance that the one version will do better than the other. Or maybe you want a higher certainty. Maybe you want a 75% chance that one version will do better than the other. Whatever that is, you can switch to manual and then you can just use this as your benchmark, or you can leave this to publish automatically. Okay, so then you scroll down and you actually have the main images here, and you can see here that you can toggle this off. So I do not want to experiment with supporting images. I only want to do the main image. So I'm turning that off just to simplify this. Again, we want to have really clear data. We only want to be testing one specific thing. So I'm just going to be experimenting with the main image. All right, and so we already have main image version A. That's the one that you've currently got running. That's the image that's already on your listing that's live. And what we're going to do is just upload version B. Okay, so I've uploaded my version B. Now I have something to split test. I'm going to scroll back up and click schedule experiment. Okay, and there you have it. Now that experiment is submitted pending approval, and it will start running automatically when Amazon approves it. And then you'll just keep tabs on it. You'll check back in to see what the results are. Now, just keep in mind, again, similar to what I was talking about with the PPC campaigns, you don't want to interrupt the data collection process prematurely. So let this run. Remember, it's showing this half the time. It's showing the original one half the time. So you shouldn't have too much of a change. We're only looking for, small percentage point increases here. If there is some dramatic change, like, the new image that you submitted, all of a sudden now you're getting half the sales that you were before. Yeah, maybe that's a bad new image. You can scrap the experiment and just go back to the original, but that shouldn't usually be the case. This is about making small minor tweaks. And so you should only see small changes, and we got to let time go by and let data accumulate. And so we can actually accurately distinguish between those small changes and make an informed decision. All right, that's it for this video. Hope that was helpful. I want to let you know that we have a surprise guest coming on my Skool community next month. Rami, my business coach who taught me how to sell on Amazon, will be hosting a live webinar. Hope to see you there, and I'll see you in the next video.